So who's doing the last minute sniping? Let's see. Lightning playing worse than Death? No world records. Big Diesel Pea Soup? I think that was his team's map. Oh, no, they're doing Diablo SS. Of course. They're doing the grind for that I clearly interrupted. AS though, that's honestly a heartbreaker. They already all have it. We'll go over the challenge details later, I guess. Ooh, a lightning PB at the buzzer. 50 seconds. I'll be earlier every other recap stream. How goes the last minute grinds? Did everyone vote on their form thing? How many more times could I possibly remind people to do that? The final update. Miles late. This was updated 4 seconds later. Did anyone get in right before the deadline? Doesn't look like it. This one might have been close, but it wasn't a PB. No PBs got cut off. It's all safe. Happy New Year. Alright, I now need to go through all of the levels and allow accessing the replays. So give me one moment for that.
How is everyone doing today?
Alright. I'll speak for everybody.
Okay.
Let's see here. I just gotta unhide the replay meta.
Hello, everyone.
Feel free to join the general channel on Discord. Feel free. This is not a private channel.
Yeah, everyone get in here. Let's.
Yes, everybody come in and react to me showing replay ghosts because hopefully they work. Now, the moment of truth, I get to test the code.
Yes.
The
Hopefully
moment
it
of
doesn't
truth.
immediately crash.
Yeah.
Hello. I might not talk too much because I'm a little bit sick.
All fine. All we need is reactions. Like, whoa.
Can put on my best react face.
Whoa.
What? Iran did what?
Yeah, we need
He hit the dust.
We need Zyke's avatar from his stream so we can get actual.
That avatar just always looks so bored. There's no reaction whatsoever.
It's okay. Just apply like some sort of weird distortion filter, and then we'll get.
Yeah, I
very
could run
entertaining.
it through Live 2D. That is true.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Full facial rigging. Zyke is now a VTuber, dude.
I mean, I was a VTuber previously too. I went from no cam VTuber. I went from no cam to VTuber to cam to now VTuber when I'm too lazy to get ready for stream.
Ah, yes.
Alright, so before I get into some of the details, I'm going to post in chat again, the form link. So, this form is for best map gameplay. So, put in your team, put in the gameplay. These are some example stuffs.
Wow, I don't like this example.
You don't like being one for everything?
I put the pea soup up higher as the example.
They're all
no,
bad. They're
no,
all
don't
bad.
say they're all bad.
They're all bad.
One's for
They're all
everyone.
good now, except for your level. Submit this. Add your favorite time of day. Optional. Yeah, I posted that in chat.
I just had a sick
I
last
posted it in
minute
chat
block
again.
for an Apple percent route.
We
Sick.
will look at the results for that later.
Well, it was a bop in the sense
Or
that
I'll
I got
say them anyway.
second. You won't see my result unless you go to watch the second replay. But we probably won't. We'll just watch Skyhawk's replay on every single map.
If anybody has any noteworthy replays that they want me to show during this recap, let me know as we're getting to it. So we are going to go in order of each level as they show up on the list, by team anyway, not this list. And when we get to your character, if there's a run you want us to show, you can link that replay. But first, let's look at how the leaderboard turned out. So,
Stop the count.
yeah, we did stop the count, and Alex is handsome with 64 points, the most points scored during the week. They have a really good all-around team, really showing why they're probably the #1 seed, honestly, just by their placements alone. They had a lot of points in overall, which means they had a lot of players in the overall top 10. That was one of the things that stood out for them. Like they had 4 points from overall on Dustfall. But Cleanup Crew right behind them at 61. They also did really well in overall. Carried a little bit by Fishy, you could argue, because Fishy got a lot of world records. We see a lot of world records from Camel and Fishy. We see Camel, Fishy, Camel, Camel, Fishy, Fishy. What a spread. They did,
Who would have ever
you know,
predicted?
they did get contested on each level. MSG had one for a little bit, but looks like it just got bopped back. We'll
Oh wait, did
double check
Camel
that
actually
one.
take back?
Yeah, but those two players are pretty good. Camel making up most of the CMP enjoyers points as a result.
They also chose some good characters this week.
Yeah, the characters were way different than practice week. It was a lot better spread out.
Character selection, a very important strategy in the coming weeks.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What do you mean 5 times, Campbell?
You bopped in
That's defi-
5
that's-
times, but
that's
I don't
definitely-
think you
that's
were
definitely-
above ever.
No, I'm
Oh
not.
no, you did get
No,
Dustlat
no,
Temple
our-
in the end.
Yeah, Art got at least one.
Okay, Dustlight Temple
Records.
doesn't count. Camel didn't play that map.
Oh, and Simon ended up beating HDT also.
Yeah,
HDT
fresh
had
out of
girl
fresh
record on that
strategy.
for a while. Okay. So other noteworthy things, Ikey Asia right behind them, and then Dustlad Inc. also in the 50s, then CMP Enjoyers. So
There's a whole pack
those
of people
5
right in the
made
30s.
for a decent top half. And then there's kind of a gap before the next ones, but
Interesting that we have no 40s actually.
yeah, no 40s.
Yeah.
Kind of a
Big
gap
pack of
separating
30s.
the two halves. The one half was bigger than the other. Because it's
What
11
matters
teams.
is that everybody had fun.
Yep.
Indeed.
All right. So now let's look at where the leaderboard stands. Because of challenges. In
Did we
addition
do
to the
math on our
points, there were
challenge yet?
2 challenges this week. One that is yet to be scored. I'm gonna call on Mad Cow and Snack Force to explain how that's handled
Oh, shit.
soon.
I'll
Mad Cow is
just-
tallying up the points right now.
Oh,
That's
are
my
we?
understanding.
Yeah, I have it done.
Oh, nice.
Thank God, Miles is just the best.
So let me describe the other challenge first. So Ikey Asia challenged Alex is Handsome to a 20-point bout of a relay race. So each team, all 4 of their players played all 4 maps in a row that they didn't make. Each team also made a map that week. Asia made Dustfall, and Alex's Handsome made Luminous. So they just excluded those maps and they did a little relay race. And we have the final times here of each player in seconds. Kind of spoiled a little bit, but what ended up happening was both teams started off strong with really good man runs from Duck and Alex. But then the first unfortunate blunders happened as a girl. Both players struggled on pea soup. One Arb fell a few times at the wolf at the start, but even worse, Simon got hit by the wolf at the end and had to reset the level.
Brutal.
And then Asia with a really solid run from Zyke. Really clean overall. Still in the lead after Kid. But Ucky's on the last level that he played, Dustlad Temple, ended up falling in near the middle end. Didn't get back up for the dust. It was
Very
brutal.
sad.
Lost a few seconds, to say the least.
Probably like half a minute.
Yeah, those two big mistakes alone ended up being enough to seal the deal for Asia, and Anti-Hoon, tapped it in. Had a couple little struggles in pea soup again, but was able to clutch it out.
Yeah, that
Despite a
map
good run
deceptive-
from Dello.
Deceptively punishing map when you're trying to go fast.
Yeah. The Wolves made it tough. That was a very good one. I hear they're going to try again. But because of this, even though Alex is Handsome won the most overall points during the week, they lost 20 points from the challenge, so now they're in the 40s, and Asia's up there at the top #1. So let this be a lesson to all of you people not doing challenges. Challenges can make up a lot of points, and it turns out I'm going to be buffing every single week, I'm going to be buffing the max challenge wager by 10 points.
Boy.
So they were only allowed to wager 20 this week. Next week, everybody's going to be allowed to wager 30, and then 40, and then 50. And then there's a 5-point bonus to the winner of the challenge as well. So, Asia won that. There
you
was
aren't
one
doing
other
challenges,
challenge
you
this
should
week,
be
though.
doing.
And that was between Mad Cow and Snack Force. They challenged each other to a very grueling all Apple SS leaderboards. And they get points for their rankings and remove the character restrictions. So all 6 levels, they did all of the Apple SSs, and there were some really tough apples this week that we'll see.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to detail how that went down? I wasn't really able to follow it too well.
It's gonna
You
be
guys in the
Miles.
Snack Force channel should probably join in too in Trash Talk, if possible.
I think it probably is trash talk.
Is it?
Oh,
I
Miles
actually
is
don't
running-
know the results. I wasn't able to go into details on this one and automate it.
Miles is just finishing up tallying up the points right now. All right, Snack Force did end up defeating us.
Gasp.
Gasp! I
Wow.
know.
Close. Last night, you guys had a grind fest and almost brought it back.
I know.
Yeah.
We were
I've seen
we
it.
were up late. It was a lot of fun actually. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed the late night grind fest. I'm gonna do that next week.
Yeah, I
Speaking
peeped into the streams whenever people
Oh, I also had
were in
a
their channels.
last minute bop just at 2:59 this afternoon. Get 1 extra point.
Wow.
Didn't seem to make much of a difference.
It was definitely interesting just seeing like these random Apple replays just pop up on Dusked from like once in a while. It's like, huh? I wonder how that's going.
It's like, why did this person have a 2-minute SA?
Yeah.
Oh my
Hmm.
god, yeah. Dustlad Temple is like next to impossible to SS and get all the apples.
I don't know if it's actually possible. I think we gotta ask Skyhawk.
J-Dude is currently working on it. How's it going, J-Dude?
For Dustlat Temple?
Yeah.
J-Dude's lapped it out.
Oh,
it's
really?
Okay, I do actually have the
possible.
point total from Miles
He's
in
like-
the challenges.
It looks like he's gonna get
channel.
it soon. He just needs to farm super off of this apple. No, I'm not gonna get it.
So there was a difference of 8 points. Snack Force clutched it out with 99, compared to Mad Cow's 107. The big earner, well, the big so lowest points wins because it's in terms of you know, normal Dust Force kind of rankings, where world record is 0, or maybe they went with 1 here. These are some kind of high totals.
What do these numbers represent exactly?
Yeah.
It's like an 8-person leaderboard.
Ah,
So your score is your ranking.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I guess it was pretty evenly spread out after all.
Yeah.
But Skyhawk had
Uh,
13, Cow had 18. Those two led each team. J-Dude though, with 20, and then Miles with 23, Big Diesel 25, Ibums 26, Spiraler 40, Avenged 41. So just edging
Will
the other team
say,
out. Snack Force.
Notably, Skyhawk had first on just about every map and had 8th on one of them.
Did
he
Skyhawk
forgot
ever?
Yeah, that makes more sense.
He tried that one. He just didn't have enough time to figure out how to get over that left wall.
First on every map.
Oh,
except
yeah,
for
it
the
must have
one
been
where he
Dust Lad
got
Temple.
8.
Alright, well, cool to see from
Yeah,
those
no,
two.
that wall was really tough to get over.
We had a lineup. We figured out.
It's like right above the vine, right?
Yeah, it's like your
Yeah.
foot is by the
Yeah.
end of the vine.
Yeah, we'll
And
show one of
like-
those replays a little bit
yeah.
later.
Don't show those. Don't show those.
We're gonna show one of them very briefly with
Okay.
tools on, so I can skip a little bit. But yeah, that was quite a challenge for you guys. Only worth
That was a fun challenge.
only worth 10 points, not the max wager. It did end up setting Snack Force ahead of Alex's Handsome, so that's the difference maker. That's what counts. All of you other teams need to do some challenges. Every team is allowed 1 challenge per week that scores points. So we only did 2. We could have done 11. Definitely try to have fun with your challenges. You do not need to do crazy, like detailed, unusual kind of challenges. Just challenge one other team to a certain level and be like, hey, we're gonna get a better score than you on this level. That's all your challenge needs to be. So, you know, if you figure out some strats on a level, just be like, hey, we're better than you on this level, and then earn some more points because of it. Definitely, I definitely want to see teams get into that stuff. You don't have to wager a lot of points, but points aren't really all that matters anyway. The challenges are about having fun. And these guys had a lot of fun with their challenges, so.
That was a lot of fun.
I
Yeah.
definitely do think that having the max wager just kind of adds to the whole, adds to the fun of it, you know.
Yes.
I'm happy we only wagered 10 points. It was a good middle
Eh.
ground. If we had wagered like 20 points, we would have been even further in last.
Yeah, but think about it this way. You can bring it back.
We're gonna bring it back.
You're gonna bring it back.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's the attitude.
Or a few teams could challenge your team and then be like, wow, look at that guy in the negative.
Hey. Hey.
That's fine. I'm not going to be surprised if a team ends up in the negative. Thanks to challenges. In fact, it'd be hilarious. And we wouldn't even make fun of that team too much.
There's like a non-zero chance that it's us too, because like we've basically already agreed to only wager maximum every time we do these.
Yeah.
So you know, we'll see how that turns out. But
Let me look at the top earners. Fishy and Camel had 23 points this week each. They each had 3 records, so they didn't quite get the perfect 24. So if you want to put this into perspective, 16 points would be enough to get like your top 4 on your character and top 10 overall in the 4 leaderboards. So that's the 4 fours. And top 12 would be like you got top 4 in your character and you didn't get top 10 overall.
yeah, and 20 points is character world record with top 10 on it.
Yes.
So
So if you wanted to put people into like little goal tiers or anything like that, you should be aiming for like the 12 or the 16, or if you're at the top, you want to see the 20s. And we did get Duck with a 20 also. He did really well as man. And also really interesting to see Monkley is next as man, showing that the man leaderboards were a little top heavy with those two. And Alex isn't that far behind either, really. But Kid's right there too with He's at 18. Probably a little bit more competitive than you might have guessed initially. Fresh ends up getting some records there.
Wait, did he actually? Oh yeah. He got a record on our own map, and then Dustful, and Dustful is unplayable with kids. So.
If you're curious about why certain people didn't get scored on certain levels, it's because their team made the map. So for instance, Uckys has a 0 score on Luminous. His team made that map. That's how that works. But yeah, we picked the top 4 of your total, and then put it there. Lots of points, but nowhere near as many points as last time. So let's watch some replays. We'll start with P-Soup.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch some of the top runs for each character. That's about it each time.
Yeah,
and if you guys have any runs you wanna point out, then put them in chat, I guess.
I guess we could take a peek at the Apple replays too for this.
Yes.
Well, not just for this, but for every map.
Okay, so let's look. What character should we start
We
with?
can skip the Apple replay on Worse Than Death.
All right.
We don't need to see that.
No, I think we should watch all of them at full, like just completely, no skipping. We should
We
watch
need
all
like a
3 of them.
Picture in picture, so you can be like, okay, we're gonna do all the other apples, and at the same time, we're gonna have in the top right corner the Worse Than Death Apple replay.
I think Zonda already put the fixed the permissions, Camel.
Yeah, I did. Sorry, I got a few tabs open.
Yeah.
Twinkie, the best level is gonna be still voted on. Gasp.
Yeah. Everyone in chat, go vote on that poll.
Yeah, I'll post it again. Vote in your poll. I posted it in a bunch of places. We'll say the results after replays. Okay, where do we start? Uckys was not a man player, but played it as man.
This was one of the early. This was like an early world record. I believe he got this like during his day 1 stream or something.
Okay. Well, let's narrow it down to like top 4, I guess. So Alex's Speedy is 4th as man. It's so natural just watching replays all of a sudden.
Right?
I almost forgot there's a script.
No, I mean, I legit like whenever I go to other maps like, outside of DLC during the DLC weeks, I'm like, damn, I can't watch the replays. It's like, wait, I can.
Oh my god. That's a really solid looking run. Nothing too surprising here. There's not really I wouldn't say this is a very linear map, but it's probably the most linear in terms of expected strats, other than maybe the top right with the wolf and stuff like that. But you can still kind of quickly figure out like what you can do with that. I'll let ghosts work. Nice. That was the first test.
Nice.
So Wazi's a little behind at the start, but it saves a lot of time on the wolf. Doesn't get a good enough or as good of a boost.
So if there is interest, I did make a task of this map for Troll.
Yeah, send me that.
So I can read that. Yeah, I'll DM you.
Okay, I'll watch that after. Yeah, I guess I'll watch. I'll save watching Fishies for later. Actually, I won't watch Fishies because we'll watch Girls. Monkley though, not a big difference after that. So let's see. Right in between the two of them. Doing pretty similar stuff. Just 2 heavies there, even faster there, and keeps the good boost, but loses it a little there. Ahead in that section, better boost. Not a dash jump, but 2 heavies. So
Yeah, I am very curious to see what Camelot Fishy's runs look like.
Yeah, same here.
yeah, we're gonna get all the man and girl times together,
Mm.
and then it'll be a little weird once we add other characters. Okay, and the scoring, or what scored as world record, is Dutch man run. And this is also, you know, ahead at the beginning. Sizable lead right there. And going into the alcove. That's pretty cool. 4 different
I'm not
strats in their top 4.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's faster to go in there or not.
Yeah, you can compare.
I believe attacking is like very barely faster.
It probably is, I would guess.
I just assumed attacking was faster, but
I
I
had not tested, but
Yeah,
I guess it makes sense.
I didn't really compare them, but just kind of intuitively, I think it's like just barely faster.
Let's see here. Yeatiers is 4th for these guys. Fishy's in their top 5 again. Looking for the darker girl. Only one going at top above so far. Not as good of a boost compared to the others there.
A little harsh.
That section with the second porcupine for girl. I hate that you have to leave the ceiling early, and you have to do an uplight instead of a side light.
Still a sub 20 though, which yeah, there were more man players under sub 20, but sometimes it's gonna go that way. Okay, Mr. Simon also going under. 3 heavies there. Is behind Yeatiers until here. They are pretty close.
Yeah, just some tighter combat at the end, it looks like.
Yeah, caught up a little on the boost as well.
Alright, then we have Arb's run. A substantial jump forward.
Ghost Overload.
Okay. Just behind Duck, it looks like. Until there. Okay, back heavy.
Fast is going into that section.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like that ending too. But how do you save another quarter of a second, you may wonder, for the overall world record?
I wonder, yeah.
Man, I swear if this is just execution diff.
Another quarter of a second. Oh, and he goes under. And then he goes over that part.
I didn't.
Crazy
I
differences.
never went. To
What is
test
this
that.
route?
I'm pretty sure going over on the first pork is slower, but I've never tried what he did at the start there. Yeah.
Oh, but he lands there. I
ceiling-
think that
What a
was
ceiling!
The ceiling boost is smart too.
I didn't realize at the start you could reach the 45-degree slope with double jump,
That's such a
but
route.
apparently you can.
So he might have only lost time to that final strat difference in the alcove, but that looked very minor compared to everything he did up top. It was
Yeah,
pretty cool
I
to see
mean-
those differences.
Yeah.
He just kept boosts for longer, ultimately.
Yeah, basically.
By being higher up, he only had to do 2 heavies.
Wait, what were the 2 heavies that he did there? Actually, was it 2 sides or?
In the top right.
Yeah, I didn't
well, I
catch
think
it.
it was 2 down heavies. We'll watch it
Okay.
one more time.
No,
for
so
record.
the down heavy in that segment is sometimes impossible depending on the speed you have there.
Oh,
you're not
down
guaranteed-
heavy, up heavy, right? Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Oh, so he gets the
Oh,
wolf
it's
to
okay.
run
Yeah,
over.
yeah. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so he's higher up, so the wolf actually aggroes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, wow, wow.
So I know that is possible to do without aggroing the wolf first, but it's like most of the time it's impossible to hit. So
Yeah, we did notice that in one other replay, but this one made it look really good. Yeah, really cool for Camel. He, Arb, and yeah, overall was actually we just saw all of them. So the overall top 10 for Pea Soup actually was all man and girl players. We just saw, well, with one exception being the kid record, 19.4, just barely squeaked in.
oh yeah, let's see what the fishies run look like. I don't think we showed that.
Fishies run?
Yeah, the men run. I guess or we can say it. Yeah.
Yeah, we watched.
Yeah, we'll
that.
watch this one. And then we'll go to Kid and then Worth.
Yeah, might want to reset the ghost for those though. It's gonna start getting a little weird.
Yeah, a little hard to see soon.
Okay, so fishy goes under too.
Ghost thing is pretty dope.
Right on top of Camel
Six
there,
already, pretty hard.
but not as good of a boost at the end.
Nah, but he goes for the combat. Yeah.
Wow, that's close.
Alright, so there's a bit of a gap between some of these players. So kid times look like we only have a few remaining sub 20s, and all those ones that we just saw were all sub 20. So we'll just watch the other characters just kind of stay ahead the whole time.
Loud man girl.
So I could do
I don't know if we need to see all top 5.
well, it'd be all top 4 for every character at
Oh.
most. I'm just thinking how long that might take. I think that'd be reasonable. I just gotta be faster about it.
All right. And again, if anyone has replay suggestions, just feel free to just shout out in chat. Or in VC if you're here.
I think we should watch the Apple percent record on this one because I'm curious how Skyhawk handled the. Skyhawk did Porcupine strats.
I also have a fun strat
Everybody
for the
just
start.
wait,
I can post somewhere.
Wait, actually, quite a lot of non-kid players playing kid on this map for this week.
Yeah, for a lot of maps actually.
I just straight up going over there.
Yeah, definitely lost some time there. But that's fine. Which is what third fastest.
Yeah, third kid. Yep.
Ooh, I like that ending though. Surprised that down heavy connected.
What, just going over Camel, like straight up going over?
So this is actually Cow's team's map, which is why he's not on the kid leaderboard on this
Wait.
one.
He's going over faster, actually.
No,
I
it
think.
it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be for any character because you max
Oh.
out your speed. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kid can't get a good booster. The
Yeah.
geometry just doesn't allow it.
Mm.
Who made this map?
Okay, could you really just like not get a ceiling boost there?
No, yeah, you don't. Even with like double jump with any frame, you can't get it.
Let's see. And she doesn't like keep her speed from the dash or anything.
Barely.
Ah, okay. Yeah. I was thinking. I mean, I didn't play it, but I was thinking maybe she has a bit of compensation there just by being able to keep more speed to the left. But if she doesn't get the boost in the first place,
Ooh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
ground
he's
boost
at least
there.
able to keep some boosts.
These ground boosts are big difference makers here. For
Nice tag. And those are much faster.
honestly, that was probably the best way to handle that for Kid. The little alcove there.
I think so, yeah. Although it was hard to find anything.
Those attack ranges, man, killer.
Yeah, it was difficult this week, but
Yeah, no, like I feel like they're really
Ooh, there
worried.
we go. That's different.
Oh,
Whoa.
No, so so Zig actually brought that up before. That strat, and you'll see it in the task I said. That strat saves like 0.3.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about it, but it makes a lot of sense.
Wait, does it? I had thought
yeah.
about it. I thought it was slower.
No,
Maybe not if you take the first turkey?
You'd want to. There are a couple things that I.
No,
Can't
like, you
imagine
just
are
ignore,
gonna happen.
you ignore,
Not that I know.
the turkeys.
Oh, I like
Um,
MSG's route at the beginning here. That's something similar.
Oh, you know,
to
maybe
what
it's slower for kid. I know for man and girl it saves like 0.3. Like,
Oh,
straight
okay,
up.
yeah. No, I think for kid I tested it. It was slower.
Okay.
That's interesting.
But we tried it with man and we couldn't get it faster with man either.
Yeah,
or
it's-
at least I
it's-
can't. It's really hard to like get it.
It's difficult to do RTA, but like theoretically it saves 0.3. It's really crazy. There's also another strat that I have not seen anyone else that will show up in the tests.
I thought about a reverse slow boost somehow, but you can't really get a heavy without spreading dust.
Yeah.
This is a clean reference.
Nice. Actually, let me see if I submitted my. I know I didn't submit all the tasks I. Check.
Made so many dashes.
She did some different stuff that's actually slower at the beginning by quite a bit, but we'll see what he does.
The boost.
Just clutches it out at the end.
Yeah, just execution diff.
Yeah.
Really good execution at the end, yeah.
I mean, sometimes that really is all it is.
So let me put this ghost back
Really-
up.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, good player privilege, as MSG puts it.
I'm really happy with this shuttle run.
More dust kid first. Breaks my heart.
Oh man.
They're all just running over there.
Okay, now here's Arb's run.
Yeah,
It's a task.
yeah.
So a little slower than Camel at the beginning, but much better on the low boost there.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, what
That's
is
how
that?
that works out.
Oh, this is sick.
I knew that boost would be possible, but it's so hard to do RTA with the left
Yeah.
facing boost.
Yeah, it's awful.
I was thinking
Yeah.
that left boost is probably optimal.
I saw it like immediately, and I was like, yeah, this is just not gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly.
But you were contemplating like doing it. You
I
were
was.
talking, like the first
I
day,
was
but,
contemplating it, and I was like, this is completely unrealistic. Like if this were a stock IL, that would be a strat I'd do, but not in the scope of a week. That's just not happening.
Really good at keeping the speed. Going
Yeah,
for
that
the
ADP is
right
sick.
though. That's why it saved time.
Got it once by accident, yeah. I didn't even try it, RTA. It just
I didn't try it either. I'm not sure how difficult it will be, but I mean everything would have to be frame perfect, right?
I mean, you don't necessarily have to cancel, like, once you hit the ground, you don't necessarily have to cancel a frame perfect, but you're losing speed if you don't, so.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Once you hit the ground, I guess.
I mean, I can't imagine the window on the cancel off the light is particularly lenient either, so.
So we have
what I was
an
referring
apple
to.
route from Avenged, who used
something
some
I
quills
Wait, it's
Of course,
Oh,
you can use the
and
board.
accidentally spread a little dust.
oh yeah, this was just a theory draft from Avenged.
Yeah. You can use that first pork to kill both the wolf and the second pork.
The problem is you have to get the second apple here later, so it ends up being
Yeah.
unclear if it's faster or not.
Wait, so was there an apple up top, like off?
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
not sure if Skyhawks or I wonder if
Skyhawk does use the quills in his Apple time. You should watch it.
I don't know if it's blind or
Interesting.
not though. I think cows might not be blind. Unless
That's
I
not
might have broken camera. I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, see this through the wall there. Yeah.
Alright, well it won't last
Oh,
long.
yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah, there's the camera break. Yeah, and you hit this quill into that apple there.
Yep. You guys were wondering about that.
All of a sudden, we're watching Dentrell.
Yeah, I mean, Ooh. Oh. Okay.
Bad rune. Reset.
I didn't think about using the downslope to get all the way over there. Makes sense.
Pretty neat.
Wow, this run is so beatable.
Yeah.
If you watch the second replay, you can see there's like a. Actually, you won't be able to see it. Never mind.
All right, well, we're gonna move on to the next one.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
anyone
JD,
sends me a
it's weird,
replay,
don't
just
you?
if it's, or give me like a few words to say what it is, also, so I know which ones are which.
There.
Luminous.
Alright, time to
Everybody's favorite.
speed through a little bit. So this one was
Luminous, right.
probably the hardest execution requirement kind of thing to meet to get a good run. So I imagine
This is gonna
some
be
of these
interesting
runs
to
were
watch.
pretty spread out, but a lot of the people grinded this too, so pretty quick
Yeah, I'm
map.
curious. I'm curious about the top runs here because there are some parts of this map that I'm just like none of the strats I'm thinking of here make any sense to do.
Alright, so let's start with Monkley. Okay, so Monkley climbed on the left side. Keep that in mind. Jumped there for that boost. Slowed down quite a bit there during that boost.
Oh, that was.
Got some jumps up through there. So, yeah, I can kind of see where this might be going, but we'll see what happens. Skyhawk's next, saved about a third of a second. Went to the right side, is behind.
Difference. Okay. But a bit slower actually.
Also jumped for that boost.
Well, yeah.
Makes
I guess
up
it looks
time
like
with
This
that.
was kind of sad.
I guess
There we
And
go.
good end heavies.
I guess it looks like the going right was indeed slower. I guess we lost
well,
all.
for
I guess we
now.
lost all our time there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
There's
wouldn't
still some time to go.
write things off yet.
Yeah. So now we're gonna watch Delo's run with intended in quotes strats. He kind of put this up on the leaderboard even though he made the map. He went to the left first. Did a little bit better. Is ahead a little bit more. Better boost all around. And a dash jump at the top right. So a good
Yeah,
benchmark.
I just figured out that dash jump today. That's why I had like a little. Had to beat the bop back here. Bopped it on.
But 0.3 faster we have Ippon.
Interesting start.
Yeah. Quite a bit ahead.
Oh wow, I like that.
Interesting that he
I'll
jumped.
lose a bit of speed there in the final boost.
I think the jump is faster there, leading into the slope before the slam boost. I
You
think it's
think
like
so?
I think so.
You
Because
get
you
a
get
better
more
boost,
speed-
but you don't
Yeah.
save as much speed in the moment.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean, I think the thing is that it translates into the ceiling, right? So
Yeah, and then you get it on the next
Yeah.
boost too.
yeah, so and that translates into the slump boost, so it just kind of carries over.
So this is comfortably in the top 10 as well. And then with sub 16, the man world record, which is 5th overall. Okay, so Duck went to the right side and is ahead until one of those attacks. It was unclear whether he lost time or it was the route.
A little dash.
Very
there.
close, right up to the end. Despite the differences.
Yeah, no, this was really spread out, like how the routes went in the beginning.
Yeah,
Very interesting.
I mean, it definitely seems like going left is just even just a tiny bit faster, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Very close.
Mainly because you don't have to deal with like the nonsense at the top left. Like going right first, you end up with one less air charge there, and it makes it kind of a pain to deal with
Yeah.
up there.
You're gonna have to end up on the left side, so why make yourself go all the way to the right and then back again? That's one way of looking at it.
Well, either way.
Dog noises. Okay, J-Dude was 4th place here.
Hey,
Oh, trust this jaded. Okay.
There's a bit of a gap. It's quite a safer run, you can see. But earning those points.
There seems to be a bigger spread in the Dustcrawl replays this week.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
But it's pretty top heavy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Camel Arbor are very
Camel is,
strong players.
I mean,
But
I think
2 seconds faster is HGT.
we could probably blend man girl for most maps. I think there might be some maps that had like I don't know if there were any maps that had specific girl only strats.
I heard of a
Temple
couple
did.
from Camel.
Okay.
Pretty clean run by HG.
4 of my 5 maps, really? Okay. Well, I missed a lot of things then in that case, because most of the stuff, like, basically all the stuff I did was, like, man and girl, so...
Alright, so HGT reaching top 10 with that. Harb's run is 6th.
Yeah, I guess we'll just, I guess we can just purge replays after each character, right? Like,
Yeah.
too much of a, too much,
It's harder
noise.
to see after this, but it's at least cool to have both man and girl together while you can.
Yeah, I mean, the comparison's cool, but it's also just a lot of noise. It's kind of hard.
Yeah.
It gets kind of hard to tell.
I could show fewer, like I could show top 3 or something. But man, in Arb's run, it looks like you lost a fair amount at the end to some other people. So looks, I'm gonna guess Camel makes up that time. He went to the left. He's very slightly ahead of everyone else. 2nd overall after all. Keeps that boost all the way. A clean ending.
Got a super fast ceiling run there at the end, or a wall run, I mean.
Oh yeah, did Camel get like that wall boost there? I didn't notice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or at least I think I did, but he did.
And he did do the dash as well, instead of the jump.
Oh yeah, that's so fast.
Yeah, okay, you got the wall
timed it.
boost.
Yeah. I guess you could sort of. Oh well, no, I guess you couldn't. Never mind.
Alright, so Zyke was 4th on Luminous.
Oh yeah, Issa wanted Ghost. Yeah.
Yeah, I
wanted
reset the
to replay.
ghost.
No, I mean Issa wanted their Ghost on the kid plays.
Or Isa.
It's back on, yeah. I have it as a toggle. That's a good baseline to have. Pretty good run by Zyke. But from there, it turns out you can
Yeah.
save a lot of time.
I think Isa and
You just
Psych,
gotta
that's
keep that
where
speed
they
up.
start to get that slow boost, because Donald is very tight for kid.
Oh, cow. Just feel different.
The beginning must be very difficult as kid. And
It
it's
is
very
awful.
difficult to get this boost also.
Oh. I see.
I have chat up, but I only have 2 monitors, and you can see one of them. So, my chat is pretty obscured half of the time.
Very different beginnings. Very
Yeah,
different.
there seems to be a lot of strat spread on this, especially for kid. I mean, there's really only like the one deviation for men and girl, I guess.
I went for faster, or kept that boost too long there.
The execution buff indeed. Fresh with a really impressive run up here. 16.8. Just out of top 10 though. How much was it off by?
Quite a lot.
He got 11.
Feels bad.
So Antihoon did actually clutch out the 10th. I know that was a concern for him.
Oh, is that actually
early
10?
in the
Like,
morning? Yeah, he got 10th
Oh,
because
right.
Delos
Right,
doesn't count.
Not. Yeah, right. Well, I should probably go and tell Hoon that he actually didn't get bopped off. 'Cause I told him he got bopped out. Well, whatever.
Oh well.
He'll find out eventually.
April Fool.
Yeah.
Seems to spread out most at like the end, actually. Weirdly enough.
Gotta reset ghosts the normal way this time. MSG. Oh wait, no, MSG's 4th overall. Nighthawk is 4th, yeah.
Keep being so surprised seeing my own name at the leaderboards. I'm like, wait, why do I play Worf?
Yeah, Doug over here playing Luminous with all 4 characters.
Yeah,
Well, not with Girl.
with all characters this week. I had to find strats for both Anti-Hoon and Psyche, so I ended up playing it with all characters.
Looking pretty reminiscent of other characters before a few optimizations are added. We can kind of already see what some of them are going to be like. Getting a little corner boost up there. And I do like the mantle a lot. But we did have 5 worths in the top 10. Anti-Hoon ended up making the cut at the end.
Hey.
.52 pickup, and this one is 3rd overall. MSG's was 4th. Camel was the only one that beat out these 2 worth players. And he's skipping the wall entirely.
Ooh.
Makes sense, yeah.
But it's only, the replay itself is only a little faster. And then Fishy saves another 1/3 of a second.
Now, is this strat diff or execution diff? Who knows?
Alright, that's a strat diff.
Yep.
But from here, it's execution. And hanging out on the right side.
Yeah, I'm not sure if skipping the wall is faster if you have a good boost.
Yeah, now you gotta compare. Now you gotta compare a little more intently. That beginning looks really
Whoa, wait, actually, yeah,
tight.
that upload's crazy. I didn't notice that the first time around.
So good job to Fishy for figuring that one out. Tim was only 1 frame behind Camel in the end, but another 0.3 before Fishy. If you guys are curious about the apple, it's actually I'm not going to show the replay, but I'll just spoil where the apple is, I guess. Alright, no, I'll say there are 2 things hidden behind layer 20. I won't totally spoil where this one is.
Notice how he said things and not
Yeah,
apples.
there are 2 things hidden behind layer 20. So, have a little fun on hiding layer 20. Next one is Easy Memories.
Ooh.
A really fun map.
This is one I'm looking forward to see. I want to see what Monkley did.
This was very hotly contested.
Yeah, so this map should be really interesting because it was full of, you know, kind of hard to reach dust just about everywhere.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, so there could honestly be a lot of strat differences. Skyhawk starting off by spreading a little dust and going to the right side. Going into the alcove, touching the wall. I feel like some attacks are due. Ooh, spreading dust here too. Looks like Skyhawk's going the spread for super route. Mini spoiler.
Ooh.
This is like partially based on the strat that I discovered for Kid.
Nice.
or at least he did this after I mentioned like you could probably spread dust for an early super.
Yeah, we saw some of that ever since day one, from each team here and there.
I believe Uggies was actually like live routing that on stream, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, my War 3 plays day one.
Yeah.
So Alex saving some time right off the bat. Oh, doing the down heavy that I figured out that one in testing, and okay.
What?
Yeah, no,
this
you,
one-
you,
I'm
this
very
one was
curious
interesting.
how this compares.
I don't know if I tested that for speed. It looked like it would be roughly even from like intuiting it, but
Very unusual ending, I would say.
Yeah, that.
I think leaving.
It's
the
gonna
dust
be
is actually
impossible
slower.
to compare all of these
Is it?
with
Okay,
Ghosts
yeah.
alone.
I had like intuitively it looked like it was either like roughly even or slower, so I just but I never tested it, so
I only tested for kids, so maybe
Ah.
for Dustman, I don't know.
And yeah, not using super, but over a second faster is both Duck and Monkley. However,
Yeah, I had fun with Monkey on this one.
note that Monkley is number 1 on the leaderboard because he got it first. I'm making it clear again that frame ties mean nothing. If you get stuck in a frame tie with someone, doesn't matter. You gotta bop them for that ranking. So
Yeah.
we are hostile regarding frame ties in this league. So good on Monkley for
Yeah, Monkey came out
keeping
that
that,
one really well.
that frame tie.
yeah, this was all happening like right before the stream too.
Yeah, it was
very
like
much-
I got popped on 2 maps today, and I was like, oh shit, now I need to grind again. So I started off doing this one, tried to pop Monkey back, but then that seemed to be hard, so I grinded Luminous a bit.
You can see the time difference there.
107.
Huge difference just from not going all the way over and saving that dust.
Yeah, we're not doing super soon.
I liked going over to that little one tall ledge.
But
Smooth.
Yeah, I found that one.
what could possibly frame tie this? Yeah. How
So
different
let's
could
see
it be?
strats.
Yeah, I am curious to see if the strats are significantly different. So.
It looks like it's gonna be a
looks
super
like-
route with
Yeah,
the dust
exactly.
spread.
He's so far behind as well. Damn.
That was a really good dash off that ceiling though.
Very good ending.
I swear I tested the super farm as slower than like not super farming, but maybe I just completely mistested. I don't know.
Not enough information yet. We'll see when we get to you and
Interesting.
Camel.
Yeah.
You guys are a
rounds
little
with
faster.
Extremely different strats, exactly
Yeah.
the same time.
So for 4th we have Twinkie. This was OMSG is the one that's left out because he played Worth this week.
Yeah, GG Monkey. I could not beat you.
Okay.
Yeah, especially with this one, considering Camel mentioned there were girls picking strats here.
Well, we're gonna keep the man and girl ghost together.
Okay.
For the moment. Mainly because I was already clicking before it was in chat. And I don't want to rewatch it.
Actually, going down to the ground there.
Yeah, I think I tried doing that and I like could only get slower times. So, but I was like kind of desperately hoping that was fast because I really did not like doing that dash jump.
So that's a 22, but we're gonna jump way ahead to in front of the man players.
Arp.
So we have this now, which looks pretty similar to Doug's run. To be
Yep.
honest, it's basically the same strats.
Yeah. There was a lot of strat sharing and making our team this week. Together.
Yeah, both second place. But how do you break the next second barrier?
This I'm
For
curious
world
about.
record.
If Camel's mentioning girl-specific strats, you know, there's gonna be a strat. There's gonna be a difference here.
Okay. That's the time save at the beginning. That's pretty cool.
Ah.
Ooh.
Ah,
Does it
very
save
cool.
time? I don't know, honestly. Kind of looked questionable.
Okay, there's the back. Yeah, so I think he lost time on the middle strats, but he does like the jump off that ceiling boost at the end, which I know is faster for sure. I didn't do it because it looked annoying to do.
Alright, so we'll watch Camels one more time.
Yeah, this is faster for sure. This I think is slower.
Yeah, I think this is slower after watching the ghosts together. But yeah, some really cool side heavy usage. Very
It's
different.
also really good.
Ooh, okay, that was cool. Yeah,
That I feel like that ending looks slower than what we had going on.
yeah,
Maybe.
that I would have the time. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know about the
don't think so. I think it would be faster. But yeah, you would have to time it.
Camel actually has a replay.
Oh yeah, I guess that up heavy was
Oh,
girl
wow.
specific.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah. Simon, this one. Okay. I see.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I actually, I was trying to do that up heavy before. Actually, are we thinking about the same? Are you talking about the one right after the second gargoyle, Camel? Or are we talking about the heavy here?
Alright, Spiraler spreading some dust. We had 226s.
The one
This
through
is
the
a very
floor.
tough one for a kid.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. But yes, this map's definitely not a kid map.
Yeah.
Yeah, this route is all about just early super.
Yeah, didn't even have to reach the ceiling in that last room.
I think this one turned out less bad for kid than you might think.
Well,
I
we are
mean-
gonna see yours, which
Yeah, for a long time, Yuki's had like
is just outside of top
4.5
10.
seconds in kid.
I mean, not as bad as like not like unplayably bad, but I don't know. There's still a 2-second gap between the characters here, so.
Oh yeah, it's not fast.
it is a tough
It
week
was
for kid.
playable.
A
but-
tough theme. No dying. Well, kid's really good about certain things when there's dying involved, I guess.
Apparently.
But attacking dust, not kid's specialty.
Notably, doing that slow boost, you can't retain your speed though.
Yeah, same. I
if
believe
if you do one dash.
What? So, and you have to land further right for the dash, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I know that
Well, A lot of
Where's
super farming here.
Worth has a problem with that as well.
Oh really?
Yeah, same boost scenario. Just
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
Let me see the light, heavy spread again.
Can we put up my replay as well? Because I don't actually farm super in this one.
Oh, sure.
Just want to see how it actually compares.
1 frame
Yeah.
faster.
I think
but
we just
not
like
as good as Uki's.
I think we just like
Yeah.
wholly dismiss super farm for this map.
I just tried to find some strats for Psych here, and kind of just doing the entire map every time.
Yeah. Didn't you actually put this replay up like an hour ago or something? Oh, not an hour
I'm
ago.
not
but, like,
sure. No, it was yesterday, I think, or something.
Oh,
But then Psych asked for strats today again, and I was just like, well, I don't really remember. I just did stuff.
Okay.
I don't remember, but I think 2 lights and heavy might be faster for and
Yeah, I
combat
was
for
thinking
5.
about it.
For kid, I don't remember the data, the frame data though.
I believe that's right. It's like by it's by.
I
a
know
couple
that's how
frames.
Ghost Parapet's SSNs.
Yeah, it's by a couple
Okay.
frames, not by much.
Okay. Now does Aki's farm super? Yes, it does. Okay.
Actually, I'm crazy. I think it's by 0.1 actually. Something like that.
Wow, really only needing the 2 at the bottom to be picked up with the super. So, not spreading much dust and just getting most of it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Very interesting.
Wasn't really able to route a lot of dust spread, but I guess I didn't really consider using light attacks on like the, I don't know, what is it, the 4th gargoyle or whatever.
Cool strats for kid on that map though.
Yeah, not too bad. I'm kind of surprised.
We do have a lot
about
of worse in the
boards.
top 10, but they didn't take the top times.
Yeah, I was
Very
like, I was rating it.
difficult- Yeah, very difficult run for Man and Girl, but this could have been worth dominated otherwise.
Yeah, I was ranting about this to Zonda like maybe 2 nights ago, where I was just like, I'm entirely surprised that Camel and I haven't been knocked out by like an army of Dustwords by now. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, time to see what they do. Should be worth them, but MSG claims bad. This is also Fishy's team's map.
yeah,
Nighthawk being a little different with the routing again.
Getting the up heavy through the wall.
Okay. But we've seen those strats. And now it's just worth flavored a little bit. Let's see how it compares to Dello. Ooh.
Getting
And Dello
that
takes
dust
the lead.
for- Getting that dust for the wall does not seem worth it.
Yeah, it's just too far over.
much like everything else on this map.
But that one is too far over. Team with a big lead at the start. Not able to keep that boost though.
Ooh,
Earth can't really
like
do too much
that.
about it.
Okay, that was smart, yeah.
I wonder if
Okay.
if Dustman can do that or Dust Girl.
I don't think they jump high enough. Like if you
Alright,
dash
they
off,
are kind
yeah,
of-
because you dash off the ceiling.
Right, yeah.
Let's see day 1 strats. Half a second faster. Before Ucky's decided his character, there was this.
Don't even remember what strats I did actually.
Keeps the boost. Lands pretty far right to do it.
Oh.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah.
And gets the super right there too. But another half second to go. And into second place by only 0.1 is MSG.
Alright, let's see how this goes. Like I said, looks like we got a super farm strat here.
Oh, landing.
Oh.
But a few
I
more
think
different
it's
things.
slower. Or not.
It
Very
should
good
be about
about
it
that
should be
ending.
about the same speed, I think.
Genius, some would say.
Yeah, it should be about the same speed. And I can't imagine.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Well, yeah.
a very dignified level where we casually take in accordance with the music, all of these wonderful strats. Should I watch an apple replay here? Yes or no?
Yeah, is there anything interesting?
Yeah.
There are some apples.
Yeah, the apple replay is pretty interesting.
All right, let's see Skyhawk with the ghosts. Because I didn't turn it off immedially.
Did a late night.
Skipping dust. I knew this was going to be part of the problem. So I'm going to fix the camera a little bit.
You don't need to fix the camera, or what you can, but
Another fog trigger hidden above.
Interesting.
Map
So why is he bringing the apple?
notably not as easily playable backwards, according to the camera. You have
There's
a super farm.
there's an apple hidden under the map that you have to super farm for.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, right here.
That's pretty evil. I see.
I'm listening to a song right now called Necessary Evil as well. Fitting.
Well, there's one more apple to go. And there's another secret in the level. Kind
Was
of.
things like Terra Drops and Twirlies like banned for map making for apples, or?
No.
We shoulda, but we didn't. So
I mean, I didn't think you guys were gonna be dumb enough to accept a challenge with, with that kind of stuff in it, like twirlies and stuff, and be like, be okay with it. But no, I am not going to allow forcing people to do that kind of stuff again.
Right. I mean, it's already enforced for like the main routes, but stuff
Yeah.
like apples, I think, is just like you're opting into this.
Yeah, even though it's opt-in, I'm certainly not gonna force like Jorfs and that kind of stuff for the apple.
what about setup Jorfs?
But yeah, you guys, no, definitely not. That's a Jorf. It's part of the name. I'm definitely not gonna allow that kind of stuff. Next one is Dustfall by Ike Asia.
That Skyhawk as apple win was definitely.
This one I'm very
execution
curious about because I actually just have not played this map, so I have no idea what any of this is gonna look.
I've got the sub 4 there at the bottom. Quite happy
yeah.
with that one.
We see every character on the top 10 also, so very cool to see that. So I expect some
balanced
good
map.
runs from everybody, except the man players. They're a little bit slower, it looks like.
To the man players' credits, Duck couldn't play this map, so
Yeah. Okay. We got Ippon and Heavy in the top 4. There are some different things that have been found like at the beginning. Different ways you can do these attacks.
Clean starts. Like, for us as not played the map at all, it's kind of interesting watching, because we won't playtest it.
Yep.
I have no idea about strats at all.
Eppon's routing around that maid was clean.
yeah.
So far, this looks mostly expected for me.
Nearly
that I'm
the
already
same.
like, how can people be much faster? But
There's that attack, saving a good chunk of time.
Yeah.
Not using the wall. Oh, what?
Little shuffle there for the gargoyle.
Not the fastest speeds we've ever seen with some of these boosts quite yet, but they can only get faster. Going higher up there. Extra attack also. Alex is a little behind in the first half, but does get to keep all that speed a little tiny bit better to clutch out the ending.
Clutch.
Very clutch 2-frame difference. Then Monkley with the man world record has scored.
Ignore the Yuki's behind.
Using the ceiling boost.
Yeah, some other stuff there.
quite a bit ahead here and keeping the speed.
Oh, it's such a faster way around the maze than I was doing.
Very cool. It was primarily Zake who made the map. Okay.
Yeah, I think Hoon started out with a gameplay, right?
Yeah, I mean, it turned.
And
It ended up very different.
tested it.
Yeah, the gameplay is like 85% me.
Yeah. Hoon was helping after. Was like had a massive overall.
Hmm.
But yeah. Duck, like lightly playtested kid, and I made a quick frame advance of like
Yeah.
one of the first iterations, which ended up not mattering. So
My contribution was changing the dust at the sloped ceiling of the 3 enemies at the beginning. I changed that from 2 to 1. That's all I did. So that's easier to get that one.
Who put the butler on top of the like after the last boost? Like on top of the left?
that was probably like that was in like the first part of the map, or that was the first like iteration. of the map.
Originally, there was a heavy gargoyle up here, but I ended up changing a lot. No, I did put that there. I did put that there. I ended up doing a lot. I think. I don't remember how Hoon's first draft looked.
Oh, that butler. I was thinking of the one at the end.
Yeah, no, I was also thinking of the one at the end.
It's like the second to last one.
Yeah,
Or sorry, the one before the maze.
This one.
yeah, the
here,
one
right?
before the side.
Yeah, that one. That completely screws over Kid.
Does
Oh,
it really?
really?
Yeah, it makes the boost the hell to get. I wouldn't be surprised if it's sub-frame for perfect to get the boost.
Oh.
Because your light attack is so small. Like
yeah.
your
Oh, you mean
double
they-
timing
they-
becomes very tight.
Yeah, that sucks. I ended up
first,
shuffling that guy
uh,
around a lot to get him like.
I would just
be
heavy him
easy.
in playtesting, and that was working out fine.
Yeah, but then you get a slow boost.
Yeah. Well, trade-offs. You play a slow character as well, so.
You guys
Well,
can't have it one way or the other with ghosts, honestly.
This is a slightly worse map, I think, to have multiple ghosts on.
No, I mean, I think they were just saying to like separate man and girl.
Yeah, I tried and then it didn't work.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I just messed it up. So
Technical
Okay.
difficulties.
you guys are gonna have to live with not ghosts for the last 2.
Give you.
All right, Camel going over finally,
Ah.
and some
Oh.
big
Okay, that's
side
cool.
heavies,
Is that faster?
big up heavy.
Yo, the side heavy on that
okay.
first butler is kind
Oh.
of disgusting. I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh. This is
I'm
a
a
very
little
Yeah,
sad.
there's the ending.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my gosh.
Oh shit!
Would that be Duskull specific? That's yeah, I guess it could be.
The end
It's
heavy,
the
no.
Doctor, and it's definitely cycle based.
That side heavy definitely looks specific. The ending, I don't think so. That looks fine for man and girl. Look at it again.
I don't know. It's
I mean, her down heavy doesn't have any differences.
doesn't it have a vertical
Nasty.
difference?
No,
Slightly?
only the up heavy. Or sorry, her air up heavy is offset 10 units upwards,
Yeah, that I
there's-
know.
and her side heavy is like some number of units taller, but the down heavy is the exact same.
Oh yeah, side heavy of course.
On the ground though, her down heavy hits a little bit further behind her, but not the one in
Yep.
the air.
Yeah.
It's like notably being one of the only people to complain about cycles in practice week, putting a cycle in his own map. By the way,
I remember.
Yeah.
It's a very small cycle.
it was a pretty obvious cycle. Definitely not a small one.
No, that down heavy was intense. So that's like one of those down heavies you'll see in a task, and you're like, wait, why did that? What did they find a way to like make the down heavy bigger?
Guys, just get good and adapt to the situation. Cycles don't matter.
All right. Anyway, kid replays.
Yep. More of the down heavy.
Yeah, this looks like what I would expect from playtesting. I had a little bit of a different ending, though, in testing.
Fresh, do you wanna, when we get to your run, do you wanna explain the thing that might possibly work for a kid?
No,
No,
He
okay, it's a
says nah.
secret.
You just know.
It might just be too far off.
Shows up with secret strats and just doesn't and refuses to elaborate.
Ghost running up the walls.
Nice quick beginning.
Oh wow, that is very fast.
I have a hard time keeping up what's happening at the beginning now.
Not using the full ceiling.
Ooh, that was fast.
Very cool. But 1 frame faster is fresh, which was 3rd overall.
I'm really curious what he does now.
Very similar time, but very small differences. The
Dead
lights,
even here.
Like
And not
straight
even.
up, like actually just.
better boosts,
Ah,
lower
I see.
heavies. Dropped it a little.
I am.
Yeah, so Fresh, did you have any issues with that last boost? Like, because you have to double jump into the ceiling, and then light attack, but your light attack is so small. I don't know if you had issues with that, but for me it was so inconsistent.
I'm a little bit sad that nobody took the lower route near the first maid, I guess. Or second maid. I don't keep track of my maids here.
More cool Nighthawk strats.
I'm not sure if people experimented with it.
Well, the thing with the lower route that you're talking about is low boosts are incredibly hard.
Yep.
And
Somebody.
you yeah,
Slow.
you don't get as much of a boost, even though you get to keep it for longer.
Quite a difference here in worth boards.
Yeah, big jumps between each rank here.
And we see advantage of not going all the way to the wall here,
Yeah.
despite the lack of a
Notably-
boost on the top.
Map apparently not sufficiently playtested for poor Worf. He doesn't get any boosts. He just has to navigate around the walls.
Yeah,
I think
not
he
not
can
the
get
heaviest
boost.
grinded Worth map,
Yeah,
understandably.
maybe these guys do get the boosts. Maybe that's the difference maker here.
Mandela 1 second faster.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Really makes it look like he couldn't hit a certain cycle with too heavy. Well, I wonder if Fishy is going to.
Well, there's a half second.
Second
difference here, so-
overall.
Is this just gonna be execution?
Okay.
Maybe.
A couple differences.
Oh,
Two
that's
heavies
nice.
there
Oh,
actually loses time.
wow.
And actually makes it up the wall.
Oh, and a very different ending.
Oh,
Oh, that
that's
was
Oh,
smart.
that's nice.
That was really
Well,
smart.
that
like
ending
that.
was
Yeah.
kind of something.
So one for the two heavy
privilege.
that way. That's very interesting.
Ooh.
Say that was in the second overall.
Oh,
We
apples.
want to see the apple.
Yeah, were there any
Yeah.
interesting apple replays?
That one had a couple secrets in it. It had apples. Not the most hidden apples. Do you want me to
Yeah.
say anything about it? Do you want
None
to
of
say
the
anything
apple
about it?
replays weren't particularly notable, I don't think.
Look
Alright.
at one of them.
Yeah, you can find them in the corners and experience some text triggers yourself.
We could definitely watch an Epilepsy replay. I think it's like 30 seconds.
Bro, it's not exactly a long one.
Yeah.
Is there anything interesting in it, or is it just like the normal route?
No, I
that you
think
guys
it's like mostly normal route.
And it's only 17. That's
Okay.
luminous.
17.
Never mind.
Crazy.
get? Zig's like, wait, what?
Wait,
Oh, this is the wrong map.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what?
Luminous is really not
Yeah,
an
it's on
interesting
resetting every
apple
time.
you play.
I'm gonna guess.
Oh, that's an interesting dust
Yeah,
spread,
you
actually.
have to farm a super for this apple. Let's see how
Not
far
reading the
people
poem.
we get.
Wow, he farms a lot more on that. Wait,
Cool. Very carefully
Yeah,
spaced
definitely-
ending.
I like that ending.
Definitely overgrinded by one heavy, I think.
It's true.
Very fun replay.
Or maybe no, he did. He got 1, 2, 3, 4 at the end, right? So maybe it was exact.
Next one's Worse Than Death. We see the spoiler of Worth Girl Man. Worth Girl Man.
I grinded this for so long.
Yeah.
I'm just not talking about this map.
Could not
This
be
one's
my
very
day
interesting.
one, man. With kid.
Shadows the 12 just vibing at the end though.
You're all welcome for this map.
Okay.
Ooh.
I actually thought it was a fun map.
Yeah, you played it
It was
as
my
man
favorite
also.
map.
Yeah, I honestly like really like this map.
Yeah.
I never got a run that I particularly was like happy with, but I did like this map quite a lot.
It feels like at the end you could do more than. Well, you could do less than you feel like you should be able to, maybe.
I feel stupid now watching this replay. I'm like, oh, I could have done that. That would have been enough, like, buff
Yeah, that's-
camel probably.
Yeah, that start with YG start is definitely very fast. I
Yeah.
tried doing something like that, but I couldn't find a. I hadn't lined up a way to like get to the ceiling that which you kind of needed.
Yeah, it's 2 seconds slower than the other ones, but we hear people talking about it being better at the start, so we'll see the ghosts. I'm luckily getting a better boost from the better angle.
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
The super, we see that strat.
Oh.
Ooh.
I have some spicy stuff coming out for you.
That would
We
have
do.
probably been good for Kid as well. Fuck.
Very long melee there.
Those attacks are probably pretty tough to hit. Not using super.
Yeah, and then the question becomes, is the double jump side heavy faster than not doing it? Has anyone tested that?
I did not. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I'd want to skew to it being like the down heavy being slightly faster, but it can't be much of a difference, right?
Yeah. Ooh.
There's the super again. That one's third overall. By 0.2.
Yeah, I was fighting with Camel a little bit, but I gave up quickly once he started getting 19.1.
So did this map have kid specific, or I mean, girl specific strats, Camel? Or?
I guess
There
we'll find out.
are, but like there are, but like not in a good way from what I know.
Shit.
Maybe Camel knows something that I don't, but
Supering just the 2 dust.
okay.
Ah, okay, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we're thinking of like literally the exact same spot in the map. So
Yeah.
The side have not worked there.
no,
Damn.
if you're asking about that part, then no, it does not.
Okay.
Would have been really fast, but it does not.
Supering the ending.
Ooh.
We did. Doug and I did test that. That is slower.
Yeah, it probably is.
How much?
It's how much was it, Doug? Like somewhere
Like,
between
we
like
tried to do it with getting the 2 dust as well, and it still ended up being like a few frames slower.
Yeah, it was somewhere
Uh,
between 0.1 and 0.2 from what I remember.
I was gonna say this looks very similar to my run, but then I realized, yeah, it's our our strats.
All right, touching that ceiling going backwards a little earlier, not taking the boost. We see
Yeah.
that for a good improvement over the other
This was
girls.
after me grinding Firefly, so I had that jumping around in mind.
And
Yeah.
0.3 faster camels run.
I'm curious if there's any difference here strat-wise, or if they just execution, which wouldn't surprise me. Oh, okay, you get the ceilings to get there. I don't know how much that saves, but it is a save.
Oh, he went for that.
I thought we tested that corner boost as being
Yeah.
slower, but I don't know.
0.2 slower than record, but really good. That one did
Yeah, good stuff.
have good execution.
Certainly.
Cow. We got a fishy hanging out in the kid ranks.
Classic fishy.
Yeah, I started playing this map with Kid, but this was before we decided if I was gonna play Dustman or Dust Kid for this week. Yeah, that's super we were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, this map wasn't easy to execute with Kid.
I think
Probably
it-
not for any character. But
Yeah, in general, it's actually a very difficult map to do fast.
yeah.
A lot of things going on.
But also, a lot of people loved it. So,
Yeah, no, I mean, I really did like the map. I'm just saying it was certainly difficult to do.
Yeah, it was my favorite
interesting
map
quality.
for the week. Although I guess for Kid this might be faster with the super because you need to run longer to reach those.
Oh yeah, maybe.
positions.
Kids heavy might be too bad for the super to lose time.
I had not considered it, to be honest.
Lucky's another second faster.
A big jump.
Let's see.
Okay.
Ooh, that was really fast, that part.
Yeah, there's that slant boost we were talking, the ceiling boost that that Zek was asking about earlier.
Not supering at all.
And also, just into the top 10. You're exactly where your man time is.
There we go.
Got him.
So sad that I couldn't beat my day one time with Kid bad.
Yeah, Kid. I guess had a rough time on Worse Than Death.
We have a 1 second difference between each of the top 4.
Ooh.
If you truncate it.
It's gonna be some interesting goals.
Um,
We did think about Worf maybe being actually a top character in this one, but it was quite uncertain. But because he can do some real fast stuff towards the end, we think.
What?
Delo trolling.
Hmm.
Classic Delo.
Alright, MSG1 with the super.
That looks
I wonder how
fast,
much it differs for worth.
So
for
I'd
the
imagine
super.
I'd imagine heavying is better for worthy, like even better for to say. But I don't know.
Nighthawk sitting at 4th, I think.
with a really
Yeah, that's
fast
the
start.
beginning. That was,
Yeah.
we were looking at that one. Ooh, that's seeming.
Oh, that's one dashing off the
boost.
wall. Let's see.
Oh, that's some slick boost there. Oh, did he? No, he was 1 frame off me. Oh, I see. Okay.
The overall record, Fishy.
Wait. What is that beginning, Fishy? What the fuck?
Very similar rest of the run though to Nighthawk. So this is a very interesting Apple replay.
Is it?
Oh yes.
No.
Oh my god,
You can get a
Oh,
little
what the-
preview of what's to come.
What
Let's
do you
just watch J-Dudes, actually.
Wait, 7 minutes. Oh.
Watch J-Dudes? No. Here's how we're
Actual
gonna do it.
twirlies? Actual twirlies?
There are 2 apples in this map, right?
Yeah, there are.
Alright.
JD in the chat begging us not to watch this play.
With the ghost, no less.
What?
Alright, so first, we skip some dust. And then... Why did he break camera?
I just
Yeah,
wanted,
there we go.
Why did he break camera?
just wanted a reference.
Alright, let's speed this up a little.
Well, this is actually pretty decent twirlies.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is Skyhawks, not J-Dudes.
Wait, so there's a second.
Wow, he's so fast. But guess
Fast
what?
as it
There is
chooses.
actually a second apple.
Oh my god.
And it looks
oh
like
wait,
he's gonna
oh, you
apple.
don't have to twirly, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not gonna really up that wall. It looks so nice at 4 times speed.
It really does.
Oh, how good.
All right.
Alright, that was 2.5 minutes.
Wait, reminder that Mad Cow agreed to an Apple SS challenge on this map
Yes.
after realizing it required a swirly. Why would you do that to yourselves?
That level alone probably made up the difference, by the way.
No, actually, that level alone did not make the difference.
It made quite a
would've-
difference.
It made a difference, but it wouldn't have like single-handedly won them. But yeah,
But we're about
I
to
don't know.
see
Eight swirly.
we're about to see the final level that had its own difference in the Apple leaderboard. This level dominated a little bit by some Dustworths on top. Not a huge surprise here. These 4 being
it's
the
weird
top
because
4.
I spent like 10 minutes thinking about strats and I was like, just trying to figure something out. And after I had that, I got like sub-Akis on the first run, and no one ever contested it. So it was
Yeah,
like,
and-
oh, all right, I guess I'll just run with this one then.
Wait, yeah. What? My time is seconds? What the fuck?
Yeah, no one played this map.
Yeah, very
That's kind of weird. I like the map, to be honest.
very well
It was just
decorated
hard to
map.
make them strats.
It's fun to route. We had a lot of fun routing it.
Very difficult to route, unfortunately, because of how many possible options there are. So the least linear map,
Yeah, by a very wide margin too. Like,
yeah. But a very solid kind of map. Something that, you know, if there were fewer maps in the week, maybe people would have appreciated it a little bit more if they were more inclined to grind it. But, you know, as it is, it was just a little bit too intimidating to grind in the end.
Yeah. But like, just break the map up, use the editor a little bit, and just take every section one by one. And it doesn't take too long to actually figure out some really solid strats for even something that is this complicated, so to say.
So the routing in the middle room so far has been wildly different between these two.
Yeah, there are some noteworthy character differences as well for every section, basically. But there are certain attacks each character can or can't do.
Yeah, kill on this map is not We had to look at that one. That one was not fun.
A good example of a map that, really showcases kids' strengths.
Yeah. Maybe in the
Because
wrong
none
way,
of them are
but-
here. None of them.
All right, there were some similarities to that one. Would mine.
Okay. Your boy going up first. Ending that segment pretty close to the rest though.
That was, yeah, I don't know.
And then better execution here. But pretty similar route, ultimately.
But yeah, cool
Aside
session.
from the big difference really didn't amount to much. And it was a little execution on top of that.
I just played around with like thinking what is the shortest amount of backtracking I can do on this section, and then I just timed it with like different routes I could think of, and yeah, found that route to be like the fast by like 0.1 or something. It's nothing significant, but it was still
So
quite easy to
Camel,
pull off.
Camel notably not bothering to play this one. He ended up frame timing Simon pretty early, from what I remember, and ended up keeping this one. HGT came around a couple days later and held record until I think 1 or 2 days ago.
No, it was
and then Arb
it was
really
literally
grinded
it was literally last night when you basically came into our chat and basically told me that girl record here was.
That's one way of putting it, yeah. I did bring up several records of various things to various teams. But Camel did want me to watch this map, or this one. He said he got a 3-framer in this run. And Arb, you actually had a run that had a 2-framer in it.
Yeah, it was one of the PBs on No, it wasn't the PB. It was an AS on Hazy Memories.
Wait, I actually got a natural 2-framer? What the fuck?
Yeah, I was shocked too. Not something that I ever really do, but
Yeah.
Wait,
I was in the call with him when he was doing that, and he told me, "Oh, what a frame tell the assignment." So fuck it, I don't care.
Oh man.
oh dear.
Well,
He
we'll
ran
see what's
for like
different
10
here.
minutes. He was angry during the entire time, and then he got like one run, and he was like, "Okay, I'm done."
How will HGT recover the time?
One has to wonder.
Oh shit, we can buy followers.
Sure can.
Never mind.
Not anymore. Ate it up. Simon also bopping HGT. Down heavy. Keeping that boost a little longer.
It was quick flash sale.
I like those attacks.
Ooh, yeah, that was
Oh, it's
kind of interesting.
All right, we see the up heavy, girl specific from underneath.
Yep.
That's something that
Then, yes.
Twinkie actually pointed out to me early in development.
Yeah, Camel has thrown that.
Yeah, those ghosts just throwing themselves into the wall too.
What's going on over there, I wonder?
I wonder. Well, let's see how this compares to Camel's run.
I'll find out soon enough, I imagine.
This was a little ahead of Camel until that difference, and then Camel was ahead of that. Made it up a little there. Oh, made it up there. And he's gonna just clinch it right here. Camel's run actually on pace, it turns out, with this. Could have been around the same as a few people here. So basically, if Camel got that ending, he would have been in top 10 and would have been the difference maker for Nighthawk is 10th place in overall. Nighthawk got 1 whole point thanks to Camel not finishing that grind.
Yeah,
How
well,
is there
now-
so much more time to save?
Now let's see the Worth runs.
Yeah.
Now
how
let's
does Worth
skip
compare?
Kid.
Oh wait, yeah, Kid's next.
In ways.
Honestly, I forgot that kid actually.
Skip
I
Kid
even
Cow.
forgot about Kid as well.
All right, we'll skip Cow at least. Cause he said yes, please.
Right?
Okay.
Different strats.
Interesting boost.
Okay, a little bit of a different order of platforms there.
Oh, that was really unorthodox.
That looked slow. Not gonna lie.
Did a little loop right there, yeah.
Map was very kid gated.
No, it's okay. We'll see kids shine in the apple.
We will.
Oh boy.
It's actually really interesting that all of your team did Kid and all of the other team did Worth, right? I don't expect many differences, but I think their Worth stuff was a little faster. We'll double check soon.
Speaking of, while the stream was going on, JD did actually get the SS apple.
Oh wow. Okay, we'll watch that one then. The one that didn't count.
Yo, Pog.
Maps are not released today, they're released on Tuesday. Just like last time.
Yeah, Jack had some really interesting strats. What the hell?
Yeah. But a half second slower than what you did.
I think you like went super high up for that boost there, actually.
Yeah, I did.
Monkey's a little bit far behind.
Actually, massively behind here.
How could he make this up? That's a silly difference between the two, right there.
A little bit of shade in the chat.
How could Worth possibly save
From
a
one of
second
my
and a
own
half
teammates.
over this? I'm gonna leave the ghosts there, so enjoy.
It's just sad leaving the kid ghost there.
It really is.
It's just a bunch of kids running around helplessly.
Try to keep up, kid.
Oh my god, they're already off stream.
These are the best kid replays.
Taking the kids to school.
We're not. We're more like leaving them at home.
I mean, they were on screen for the end.
I
They
guess it
tried.
counts or something.
It's something, man.
They tried.
Just in time for first period, I guess.
One of them actually. Oh no, I only have 3 anyway. We'll see Worth get farther ahead.
Ooh, that was fun.
That boost
Skipping
worked
the
out better.
ledge cancel there.
Better booster.
One of the kids left behind.
Feels bad.
Oh no.
The one stuck on the wall too.
More strat differences. I like the down heavy there.
That is really cool.
Big lead. Oh man.
Ooh.
Alright, all the kids are on the wall now. They didn't even make it.
No.
We're back there at least.
And
Look
we
at them
save
just, like,
another
trying to-
0.4.
Just trying to run up.
They're not going to be on screen, are they, for Fishy's replay?
The characters are everywhere.
Oh,
Like,
that.
Oh, okay, that's nutty.
Damn.
Oh, very different here too.
Oh my god.
It's hard to tell how much time it saves, or loses in the endings case, but it's very tight looking.
Wait, there's one does get. Oh, there they are.
Oh, we're here.
Nice. Well, let's watch an Apple replay, I guess.
Yeah, so JD got the SS, right? So
It's 5
Oh.
and a half
Wait, what?
minutes. I think I'm gonna have to skip a little bit in here.
It requires some really good strats.
There's an apple right here, by the way.
ah,
Oh.
Let's speed it up.
like I said, we're doing some farming here.
Speed it
Light
up.
farming.
Gets all of the dust.
Yeah, this is really something.
Okay, so what's actually going on here, I'll have you know, is you keep getting hit over and over into the ground and need to dash. And hit the apple.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah,
So,
this apple's going back to the start.
I didn't slow it down fast enough, but what happened was that treasure helped out a fair amount. And then I guess
Also
we're just
worth
playing
attack.
safe right here.
If you don't attack the apple in the right way.
Okay, we're gonna fly a little bit. And by
Yeah,
fly, I mean
strat, you
not
orphan
actually
heavy.
flying.
You only break combo once, but or SA, I guess.
I'm gonna have to leave the apple on the other side. Super it. Dash into that one also. Now for the very
Oh
tricky
my
part. The hardest
This
part.
tricky part?
How does he
Super-
get on
it's
the other
super
side of the
farm
wall?
Time.
Saves it.
Oh, oh. Alright. Stun the dash. Yeah, the state transitions are wild here. Look at that.
Here, let me slow it down actually.
Ah.
So he's dashing like
Jesus.
a bunch of times per second basically.
Oh my.
This is very much bullying. Alright, back to normal speed. Okay, he's got super now. Climbing up.
That is nuts.
He doesn't
oh my
match
Known
the
God.
jump, like,
strats.
oh,
Oh yeah, that's what happens. when you
Oh,
dash
and then
super.
barely.
wow, dude.
Let's see.
That was really close at the end.
All right. Well, that was.
And then we take the apple
visible.
at the end. Not the easiest way back. Just gotta clutch it out. Be very careful now.
Get in there.
Oh.
Oh no.
Any other replays out there in this league that I should watch before moving on?
Did anybody do like no dash or directional stuff? Or...
Oh yeah, wasn't Callistus doing an unload of something?
Me and Camel also did no jump on Luminous.
Oh, that is
Luminous?
true.
Yeah.
So there was the challenge that almost happened at one time.
That almost lost immediately.
Oh my god.
We were in a voice call all together, and I was trying to instigate some challenges as usual. Duck was thinking about no jump on Luminous SS as man specifically,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
well, what ended up happening is while Duck was still deciding whether or not he wanted to do the challenge, Camel had already, figured it out. He was already doing it, and he was just sitting there at the end, lighting the prisms over and over, waiting for Duck to be like, "Yeah, I want to do this challenge for sure." I just needed him to confirm it.
Wow.
But the thing is, I could tell by how the conversation was going that I knew exactly what Camel was up to. So so I was like, Hold on, are you sure? You should probably make Camel share his screen too, maybe. If you're gonna do that. Are you sure you
Do
want to
that
do
in
that?
the end.
What if, what if he's already done it? You just wanna...
I also didn't wanna stake 20 points on a team on a challenge that they had no say in. So
Yeah, so the first one
I
ended
hope
up
all
being
of that.
about 2.5 minutes of Camel spamming light. But they both did end up doing it. And there are some tricky parts in here that Duck had a lot of trouble with. But Camel must have got kind of lucky with, honestly.
I mean, there is also the chance that Camel is just a better player than me.
No.
Maybe.
Maybe.
A little bit.
Oh, wait, you grabbed the ceiling there? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
I'm pretty surprised by that. He makes it look so effortless, but this is actually a pretty difficult task. Much like many of the replays we watched.
Mine is similar, but just less clean.
We have an unload replay. Looks like we're gonna need super for it. I might need
I have
tools,
some pretty
actually.
spread dust though.
Didn't need the
there we go.
SS, you know. Well, we'll see what happens. Alright, we're going back.
Grabbing that dust. Alright.
Oh.
The apple. Hidden up there. There's a little out of bounds action that's gonna happen.
Oh god, it's tunnels 90% all over again.
Pretty much. We have a little computer hidden up here. But that's all that he needs to do to unload. Oh, just kidding. There's a little more. Never mind.
Oh,
Something with the
wait,
camera, maybe?
Oh wow, that was cool.
Okay,
to
so
grab
he
the
gets the
camera.
camera here, and then it no longer goes down. That's what's going on.
Interesting.
So I ended it a little too early. My assumptions, because I was moving the camera. The fake out.
Nice replay.
That'd be all he needs for out of bounds, but unloading is a different challenge. Okay, I think we're done with all the replays, which means it's time for the final reminder. Fill out the best map form. We're now at the part where we've watched everything. It's time to pick what's going on next week, or rather, all of the maps. They're in the final phase of testing, and they're going to be released on Tuesday for week 2. You got 2 weeks off. But the thing is, during those
2 weeks off.
2 days off. During those 2 days, you're going to be making maps, of course, for week 3. So now we get to pick the next theme, and this theme picking is going to be a little different this time around. I'm gonna have it a little bit different manner than we did last time. And part of it, we're gonna look at the form results to see who won best map gameplay. Oops. So let me get that stuff up. And fill out the form if you haven't already. Otherwise your vote won't count. We have a little over 30 people. Let me read off some favorite times of day. 7 p.m., 8 p.m., just before sunset. Sunrise, 11 p.m. The daily rolls over Pog Dog. Tells you what time zone that is. 2, doesn't say AM or PM, so I'm going to assume AM. When I get to play Worse Than Death, every time is my favorite. Dust K. 7, evening. 16:13, game time. One IPB, morning, evening, night. I don't want to do another clock map, but 3 a.m. Sundown, breakfast, assuming I'm having pancakes. Evening, dusk, unhappy face. Dinner time, dinner time. I don't know, they're all pretty good. Night, 4:20 at night. So let me see what we got. Alright, well, let me just show it all on stream. Including the final results, which is surprisingly gonna be, looks like a tie.
Wait, what?
Oh, really?
So we got, everything's in the 3s, funnily enough. But I'm going to, I'm gonna elaborate this in a moment. So here's how it's gonna work. This is fine, by the way. I needed 2 people, or I needed 2 teams either way. You can see the people, or when they did it. You can see what team they were on. I wonder if any teams are gonna have more than 4. Hopefully you guys can read this when it's zoomed out.
Apparently, someone on our team spelled their name as IKEA C instead. But all right.
Oh, that's me.
A few players missing from the voting, but I don't see any weird stuff. I do find it really funny. Team Alex is handsome. One of them put a 1 for their own map. It's the worst. But we can tell which one is Delos because he put a 5 for this and a 1 for 2 others. That's what my guess is anyway. But Worse Than Death and Luminous have a tie on the points. Exactly, same average. And very close behind is Hazy Memories. Also pretty close, Dustlad Temple. So, like last time, week 1's pretty good. You know? Pretty good maps.
I think Worse Than Death should get 1 bonus points because it's in one of the favorite time of the days.
Ah, yes.
Not biased at all. No, it's not like I wrote that, but
You should also get -1 for twirlies.
You would think. So yeah, let's just give him the tie. Let me think about this real quick regarding the theme. Any last minute votes? Who's gonna sway it? It doesn't matter at this point, but I would like it if so I need both of these 2 teams that made Luminous and Worse Than Death. They're gonna help pick the theme for next time. I needed 2 teams. Oh look, someone voted and changed all the averages. It's Duck again. He wanted Worse Than Death to win.
Damn it, Duck.
Delete.
I mean, you
I
can't
like how
remember
he
that one.
still gave an answer for favorite time of the day.
Anyway.
I'll make this public later. Okay, so let me gather a few things for this theme. I just gotta check my notes. Okay, so we're gonna pick the gameplay theme and the aesthetic, and we're actually going to start with the aesthetic this time. And I'm gonna make I'm going to make both of these teams choose it together to an extent, but I'm going to let Snack Force make the final say.
What?
on something, on one particular part of the actual theme. You'll see why. It's gonna be kind of even. It really doesn't matter. But Snack Force is gonna pick one part of the gameplay theme more. So is anyone from Snack Force in here?
Yeah.
Yee?
Yes. We 3 of us are all but Skyhawk.
Nice. Okay, so we're picking the aesthetic first. Part 1 of this, and I'm not gonna give you the full part of what's going on first. Is you're gonna pick the hub, and that's, you know, forest, mansion, city, lab, difficult. So I'm not gonna go into details yet, but you're gonna pick a hub for part 1 of what's going on, and then I'll get back to you guys.
This is for week 3, which we're making
Yep.
maps for, right?
You are going to be making a map for this week. The other team is not, which is why you're doing it this way.
I see.
What hub do you guys want?
Just whatever is easiest. I mean, that would be difficult. So no.
Ooh, easiest and difficult?
Or tutorials.
We're not using tutorials, believe it or not. You'll see why
Hey, like,
later.
what if-
A map. People don't make maps. I feel.
City
We
map.
should do city.
Ooh,
Yeah,
city.
I'm down with city. I feel
Yep,
like people
city it
avoid
is.
that.
Let's do city.
City. Alright. So let's go to the city tome. Now, Team Alex is Handsome. You're gonna pick the aesthetic of the week. Your goal, or your task, is to pick one of the maps in city, and we're going to use that as a we're gonna use the fog trigger in that map as a starting point, and it's not going to be required to make it look like the map necessarily, but we are going to use that fog trigger as the starting point. Now, what this means is you can just copy the fog trigger, you can copy things from the style and aesthetics. So if you were to pick Clock Tower, then I would suggest you use the same kinds of tiles and that kind of stuff. You don't necessarily need it to be Clock Tower, the map, from every team.
Clock
But
Tower.
out of the 16 maps in City, I want you guys to pick one map that everybody is going to start with.
If you pick a vacant lot, the map needs
You're
to
going to
have a
pick
map.
the fog trigger,
Exactly.
basically, and the recommended tile set, pretty much.
Arc?
Hmm.
It's
So
so.
what do you think? What do you like in City? Now,
Arc is so
you
bad.
can't. People are allowed to change the fog trigger. They can basically make it like if they pick or if you pick landfill, people can make it look different than landfill. It's just that that's the starting point. You can expect plenty of trash maps this week, obviously, in a city full of trash.
Development is pretty cool. to be
Double
Yeah.
honest.
the double entendre there.
Yeah, I was gonna say development. Development has a nice color.
Yeah, I do like
Yeah.
developments stuff. We have we got some nice concrete. We got some stuff in the background. All these use vanilla fog triggers, believe it or not. It's pretty easy to see the dust. Now I am gonna require that maps be longer than development, of course. But you want to go with development for the starting point?
I'd be fine with it.
Feel free to keep thinking.
Yeah, I'm
You
just-
can look through some other ones.
Maybe construction site is okay.
Yeah, they're basically the same though.
Oh, they look pretty similar,
just
yeah.
more
We see some more stars and orange. No city lights. A little bit fogged out in the background. Fogged out.
Unless we go for that one trigger in park.
We're not gonna
Oh,
allow
no.
that kind of stuff. Like if you pick, or if it were forest and someone was like that one in downhill, I'd be like, nah.
Yeah.
But that's the way it's gonna
I like developments.
Yeah, my vote is development.
be. Development.
Let's
Okay.
go with that.
Pretty nice then. Alright, so development is the aesthetic. Congrats to development for whatever it won. Now back to Snack Horse. You're gonna pick the theme, and you guys are honestly gonna be the best team to pick this theme, I think. I have a selection of 4 scripts that are pre-written.
Oh no.
And they're not too janky, but they are an example of the kind of jank that would be acceptable within the league. Now I'm gonna preface this with I will release I'll release the code for this, and you can edit it, but it's gonna need to be improved or it's gonna need to be approved by me if you do decide to edit anything in the script. I recommend that you don't, because the scripts are sufficient, and I don't want very janky things. So let's start with what we got. First, so development's not going to be the easiest one to demo some of this on. First, we have a map, or we see some of them on the side here. First, we have start speed, which I don't have a better name for, but basically what's going to happen is you input a speed at which you start the level. So on the frame that you start the level, you get a certain amount of speed. So you could start the level like going upward, like with a big jump. You could start it with a big boost. It's a very, very simple script, but basically you're starting the level with speed. Very, very straightforward, really easy to understand. I will allow every team to choose their own speed values, but I'll probably suggest, it's got to be at least dash speed or something, so it's not like, minimum. Like you can't just start at 0. I do want people to start with some amount of speed, and I'm not gonna allow like 100,000 because that's a little bit unreasonable. So let's I'll demo that in Park. That's got some space. Let's see what 100,000 does. Zoom. Oh, look at that. It was pretty fast. Let's see that again in slow motion. Where is Dustkid? Alright, so Dustkid immediately goes to the next place to unload. Unloads every few frames, looks like. And the camera just doesn't keep up. And Dustkid is unloaded. So, there you have it. You can go pretty fast with this script. I won't allow too fast, but that's option number 1. Understand?
Yep.
Yes.
Good. That was the easiest one. Option 2, pacifist. Really easy to understand here too. This is a version of the pacifist script that allows for enemies in the level. So pacifist is a plugin that if you attack an enemy, what's actually going to happen is it makes you force load a checkpoint. So what's a good example here? Alleyway's perfect. The perfect wonderful pacifist level that this is. Now there is going to be a specification. If you're using the pacifist script, you are going to be required to select each of the enemies with the script. So I'm demoing selecting enemies right now. When you clear all the dust, you need to, or it will clear all of the enemies that are remaining. So the level will automatically end in that case. And I'm just going to delete a bunch of enemies. You also do not need the end trigger in these levels. It's just going to complete the level automatically. Let me show you.
The enemies need to be loaded for this to work.
Nope, I already tested it. So if you hit an enemy, it's just gonna reset it.
And there could be a scenario where we, for example, like had a map where it's like you had like enemies that are like your friends and enemies that you like aren't your friends. Or something, so you could like have some that would be okay to kill and others that wouldn't be, or would you just prefer to keep it simple?
I am going to require that it's kept simple in that case. I don't want too much difference. Some people are allowed to make maps without enemies also using this. It's got flexibility, but it is a little bit strange. It's something that people aren't used to. You are allowed to attack dust. You are not allowed to attack enemies. That's the best way to describe it. But I don't have that specific kind of friend and enemy distinction in here.
Yeah, I was about to ask about apples too with this.
Yeah,
break on apple and-
so that is also on the list of exceptions. Apples do count as enemies, unfortunately, because how the script works is if your attack hits something, then it causes it to be reset. I do not, because of the way that Pacifist works, I actually am unable to check when enemies die or anything like that. Like, this could be an incredibly elaborate script or a very simple script. This version of the script, I do not do every single case because I had to prepare, a bunch of scripts like this anyway.
Yep.
So, unfortunately, apples do not, you will not be able to have levels with apples in them with the script. So this will be an apple-less week if you use Pacifist. So although you can make it, I'm just going to say right now, I do not want people to make this include apples. So, that may be a deal breaker for some. But the thing is, the point of the league isn't about, that kind of stuff. So, some sacrifices have been made. If this is chosen, I advise people not to waste their time allowing apples to be included, unfortunately, because it's just a time commitment, honestly. So, if that's the deal breaker or not, so be it. Okay, similar one. We have Time Warp. So what Time Warp is all enemies will match whatever the Time Warp value you have. So right now they're moving at half speed. You can input a value for what speed all enemies will be moving at. Everything else in the level acts normally, including stuff like dust spread. So, better things to do with tires using this kind of script. Tires a little bit nicer. It'll be a little harder to understand things like totems, though. Now you can add exceptions, similar to how it's required to select enemies. Every enemy that's in the level needs to be selected in Pacifist. You can specify an enemy to work at a different timescale. So now the golem paces furiously on the top platform, but the tire is in slow motion.
Look at him go, dude.
That's one angry totem, or one angry golem. Also, attacks are sped up or slowed down when they are like this, by the way. So they're very dangerous. There are some exceptions to how Time Warp works. Similar to how Pacifist had the unfortunate exception of apples. This one's downside is that quills are the only thing that work a little bit, quills are not entities, basically. So, the quills are going to be moving at normal speed. The porcupine goes through a long state animation in between quills regardless. So, what I would want to do, all I can really do, with this porcupine, let's say I speed this up 10 times the speed, the quills still go at a very specific kind of rate. So I do not recommend having porcupines anyway on this kind of thing, but it sure is nice that quills do not go super fast, honestly, because that would just be unpleasant.
turn up super high, will they like keep shooting quills constantly?
Okay, so because porcupines are so vitally important to the game, I actually also have 2 other scripts in here, and they're called pork on and pork off. Pork on will make the porcupine attack at all times, regardless of you being in the line of sight, and pork off will cause it to never attack ever. Very useful, the pork off one. The other one, yeah, definitely a bullet hell. I will optionally give those scripts as well, if people desire them, if we end up going with the time warp. But I'm gonna recommend against silly pork stuff, honestly, especially in the city hub, you know? You know, you can make the city kind of blend into some other hub, but there is an aesthetic choice that has been made. I don't think porcupines are gonna matter too much. But you could indeed make a bullet hell with porcupines and pacifist. I just don't think it'd be a good match for the league. Now finally we have an unusual script that this one's gonna be paired up for demo purposes with infinite super. This one's called Bad Super, for lack of a better name. And what this does is the super does not hit enemies. So super will clear dust, but it will not clear enemies. This one can also affect gameplay in an interesting way. So for example, it'll now be interesting whether you want to, say, heavy that's higher and then super to clear the dust.
That's sick.
It will also give you infinite air charges if you use the infinite super, which I recommend, honestly. You could consider using it at least, because you're not really gonna get super that much. And the thing is, if you have infinite super, you're really not gonna use it that much if you're only getting dust, especially, because supers do take a while. You know, empty supers are pretty cool, but they still take a long time. Yeah, it does also hit blocks.
It's like, it's just a Z physics trigger. You can lower the amount of dust required to get a super.
We could use that too, yeah. That would be that'd be a good recommendation. That's what was used in Top Chrome.
Yep.
I haven't actually used that before, but that's is that just in dust mod somewhere, or is that a script that was made?
Z physics trigger.
Oh, okay. So in general, I don't want these triggers added, but I would rather have people use this for this kind of purpose only. Okay, so that's Delta skill and Delta dash. So this would be a multiplier, or like a. How does it work?
I think Delta skill, you want a negative number, which reduces how much required to get a super.
Okay.
So like negative 90 means you have 10 dust to get a super.
Let me turn off infinite super. I recommend, or if you want to use infinite super, I recommend using the script over just spamming the triggers everywhere, personally, because just spamming all the max specials is kind of annoying looking in editor, and you could just simplify it to a script.
Yeah, it can also cause lag. So.
Oh yeah. I have a bunch of these super triggers to remove. So those are the 4 options. I'll just repeat them again. One is start speed. Another is pacifist. Another is time warp. Another is bad super. And these can be paired with a few other scripts as you know, up to the team that is making it. For example, they could turn quills off, or they could add infinite super if they really wanted, or they could use the the trigger to lower the amount of required dust, which I really just don't know how to use, I guess.
We're deliberating.
A save issue? Maybe. I'm not saving the level, for the example.
It's not a
But
dust
either
mod
way, it's
level
allowed.
right now.
If people don't figure it out, then we'll figure it out together. So I didn't actually hear what you said. I could turn you up.
They said they were still deciding.
Okay, but yeah, you have those 4 scripts to choose from. You cannot combine the 4 of them though. You cannot combine multiple of these 4 specifically. That's a little too much freedom.
We're gonna do pacifist.
Oh, dust mod level, yeah. I need to turn you up on Discord.
My mic might be breaking.
Oh, a little
He
bit.
said
You're just quiet.
pacifist.
Yeah, we're choosing pacifist.
Pacifist? So you
Yep.
want no apple levels?
Unfortunately, yep.
Ooh.
A harsh price to pay, but we will pay it.
Okay. You guys do have to make a level with this in mind. Are you sure
Yep.
Y/N in parentheses?
Throwing apples into the void.
Yep. We are
Okay. So I will gather this stuff and post it in announcements soon. There are a bunch of options. I will include the pacifist script, but I will not allow people to change the script because I'd rather have them work on the level itself. And someone did ask earlier about orphaned attacks. Those also do prevent. Well, those also do cause the reset. Yeah, that'd actually be pretty funny if apples fall down during the level and you have to not hit them. You could use that wisely. Yeah, so the thing is, that's not how it's written. You guys chose the only one that's kind of questionable as far as that's concerned, because I did write multiple of these. But I'm not detecting it by... Okay, so here's the challenge with pacifist. No, I'm sharing the code, and like you guys are free to edit it, kind of, just not significantly, because I want the theme to stay on that. It's just whether the attack hits an entity, pretty much, which is a hit outcome thing. There are issues with detecting whether pacifist works or not on edge cases. Like, for example, if it's not an entity and you hit it, dust blocks should not return something, obviously. And stuff like quills, those are not entities. There's also like knights that have a shield, you know, parries, that kind of stuff. So let me get this together, and then any of you that want to look into Apple stuff, you can feel free to get with me, but please, like, minimize how much you're working specifically on the scripts. That is absolutely not the point of the leak. I am emphasizing that because I do not want that kind of stuff to be done. So, you understand where I'm coming from, right, complainers? Because I don't want to be fixing issues that pop up from this kind of stuff during the week, which is why I had to settle on certain concessions.
Yeah, we finally had a DLC week that didn't result in us having to upload a map,
Yeah.
re-upload a map, so...
Yeah. Alright, so development and pacifist it is. Just give me a little while to prepare this stuff to give all the files. Fun recap. I hope you guys learn to work with your, you know, your requirements rather than complain about them one time. Angry face. Because I can just ban apples, and it's as easy as that. And you can, you know, be creative and you can have something else in your map as a secret that's not an apple for once. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about that? Having a secret that's not an apple? Oh my god.
We actually had already thought of that, partially why we agreed.
Oh my god. Nice. See, you guys are so creative. That's why I'm not gonna change it because of your answer. Apples are banned. Apples are banned. Oh my god, what a perfect answer to end this off of. I can't believe you guys already came up with in such a short amount of time how to have a secret without an apple. I'm so happy. Alright, I'm gonna have to get the development file and add pacifist to it. And then share that with the class.